This is an I30N, a 2025 one, and it's set to compete with the Civic Type R and the Golf R, but will it hold up?
It's a Korean performance car that many have come to love, and it sounds amazing.
To find out if it's any good, we'll talk you through the exterior. And once again, it looks like a perfect chick car.
And we'll talk you through the interior.
This interior, unfortunately, it does feel a bit, and we'll take it for a drive. More appealing to the demographic, which is fine shit.
You're watching Throttle Talk. This is a Hyundai I30N, the big brother to the valley-bred I20N. It's become one of the most loved hot hatches in recent times, and this 2025 I30N might be the latest and greatest edition ever made. What better way to start the video than to talk to you about some of the cool features it has.
It gets purely P0s and lightweight 19-inch alloys from the factory itself. That's pretty cool for a Hyundai.
For a car that's only 60k, you get a cool performance display which shows you stuff like this.
Even though it's a performance car, it does come with some luxury features and safety features which help you live with it every day. So it's got keyless entry, heated seats, heated steering wheel. What else? It's got a fully panoramic sunroof. Yep. And for safety features, collision warning, smart cruise control, lane keep assist. There's so much tech in this Hyundai. It's unbelievable.
Yup, it's hard to believe that you get all of this in a Hyundai. Anyway, it's time to talk about what drives this car.
Underneath, it's powered by a 2-litre 4-cylinder turbocharged engine which pushes out 276 horsepower, 392 newton meters of torque. It drives over the front wheels, and you can opt to get this as a 6-speed manual or a 8-speed dual clutch. Which one would you prefer? And also, it sounds amazing.
Well, this is the N Premium, so it's going to cost you somewhere around $60,000 brand new. And the competitors, the Type R and the Golf R, the thing is, both of those cars are somewhere around the $72,000 mark. But the Civic Type R has a huge fan base and the Golf R is European. But if you think the I30N is better than those two, drop a comment below.
So far, we've talked you through some of the coolest things of this car and what drives it. Anyway, it's time to move on and talk about the exterior design.
Okay, let's do a quick walk around of the exterior of the Hyundai i30N. Now, this is literally one of the best looking hot hatches. Let me start with the headlights. I do love this upgraded headlights. The previous generation didn't look too good, but then this I love. Now, I want to talk you through some of the 2025 changes, which is this bit. They painted it red and it looks amazing, and active aero, and you also get this red stripe on the front lip. It looks amazing, and if you're getting an i30, I think this is the color to get because I think it looks amazing. The red one looks cool too, but if you get the red one, these accents won't be that visible. Now let's move on to the side. The windows are down, that's our fault. Anyway, 19-inch alloys at the front and the back, and I think this color combination looks absolutely amazing. Red, blue, and a glass roof, which is basically black. I think this car looks amazing, and it's not as aggressively styled as the i20N, which is something that I do like of this car because it's pretty, and once again, it looks like a perfect chick car. At the back, this has got a facelift as well. Well, ass lift. Okay, anyway, let's talk about the rear tail lights. Upgraded, I do like the way they look, and this looks amazing at night as well. My favorite feature of the rear is this little triangle light. Reminds me of a Formula 1 car, and also it's got this dual, it's a single spoiler with like a partition in the middle, and I think it looks amazing. And even at the back, I think even though it's just a Hyundai performance car, it looks perfect to sell. I do like the diffuser. Those exhaust tips are massive, literally massive. We just revved the car, but anyway, overall, exterior wise, I think this is literally one of the best looking hot hatches ever. It looks better than a Golf R.
Yep, I did call it a chick car, but in all fairness, it is one of the best looking hot hatches ever made. Anyway, it's time to see if the interior matches the exterior.
Okay, let's talk about the interior of the i30. Now, one thing I really love about this car is the steering wheel. Now, it's heated, it's leather, it looks very premium, and I love the end badging here. Now, one thing I don't like about the steering wheel is the paddle shifters. It feels very cheap, unfortunately, but This instrumental cluster actually looks cool compared to the previous generation Hyundai's 10.25-inch touchscreen, and it does get Android Auto and Apple CarPlay, which is something very, very cool. You do get a wireless charger, but the thing with Hyundai wireless chargers, they don't really work, so just get a wire instead. Anyway, let's move on to practicality. You do get 2 cup holders here, you get storage space here, and you get more storage space here. The build quality indeed. Now that's something I really wanted to touch about. Now we've been driving a Genesis for the last week or so, and after we got into this, we can see how much of a step up the Genesis is. But then this interior, unfortunately, it does feel a bit cheap, but it's still premium. I mean, for 60k, pretty bang on for the buck. Now for seats, let me just get Gavin in.
They are bucket seats, which is quite nice, and it hugs you when you zoom past in the hills. And a cool thing about this seat is that you get this N badging, which shows other people that it's not a normal Hyundai, it's a Hyundai N Performance. Well, these seats get heated seats and it's manually adjustable, which is okay, and coming into winter, it's much needed. And let's test out the back. It is even quite comfortable, and there's quite a bit of leg space and head space, and it's quite nice over here.
So far, we've loved the exterior, we love the interior, and it's time to take this car out for a drive and see what we think of it.
Okay, let's go for a drive in the
I30N.
Let's go for a drive in the I30N. Let's start with acceleration. Not the quickest thing on earth. I mean, it's only 280 horsepower, but you actually feel the amount of torque this car has. 390, which is basically 400 Newton meters of torque, and you can literally feel the torque kick in. And one thing that I've noticed on this car is the suspension is a properly stiff suspension, and because this is a sports car, that's forgivable, and we do like our sports car to be stiff. Now, one thing I don't really like about this car is the lane keep assist feature and the safety features that Hyundai get on their new range. It can get very, very annoying, but sports car wise,
gets to the point where you just want to crash the
completely
vehicle.
Yeah, literally. Anyway, now one thing that I've noticed with the suspension is it's very stiff on every single mode. And Gavin, as a passenger, how do you feel?
It is quite stiff. We did feel that with the I20N as well. Not so much with the I30N line, but stiffer than what you would expect.
Because we had I30N line, and then this feels completely different to that car. Now I also want to go over the gearbox. Now you can get this as a 6-speed manual or the 8-speed dual clutch. One thing I will say is this dual clutch is actually very, very responsive, and I do like this dual clutch. So if I was considering an I30N, I would highly recommend the dual clutch over the manual, unfortunately, because this is very snappy, and this will be more appealing to the demographic, which is fine shit. Honestly, if you see an I30N driving, just look in the window, you'll see some chick driving it, and that's unfortunately the demographic.
The truth behind it.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
People may not want to accept it, but it is the truth.
And if you're a guy driving an I30, I mean,
come on.
get a golf cart. No, I'm kidding. Anyway, now one thing
GTA.
Also, by saying that, I don't mean that this is not a good car. I actually love this car. I love the exterior. I love the way it drives. Anyway, back to driving. Now, the DSG is very snappy. Suspension is very stiff. Acceleration is pretty good. But one thing that needs to be improved on all N cars is the braking. I don't think the brakes are as good compared to a Golf R or a Civic Type R. I think
because with this you gotta say
like,
normal vehicles we might want to even slight touch it, like go to 45-50% max for it to properly feel the downforce on the brakes. But with this you feel like you need to go push it further in, like you're pushing a clutch.
I think it's the pedal calibration that's going wrong on this car, because I think if you press it very hard enough, that's when the brakes actually come alive. But then the thing is, when you're driving on the hills, you don't want a brake pad that's a brake controller which is very, very stiff. But overall, performance wise, this car is absolutely amazing. And one thing that I also forgot to mention was this car steering. For a performance car and for a car that's also front wheel drive, It handles absolutely amazing. And that's something very, very surprising out of all front wheel drive cars, because the second you're taking a corner and you accelerate, you get no grip whatsoever. But then this car gets purely P0, so problem solved. Anyway, overall driving, I highly recommend this. For like 60 grand, god damn, that level of performance is unmatched.
It's safe to say that the I30N hatch is one of the greatest driving experiences ever for just $60,000. Anyway, it's time to get our final thoughts of the I30N. So, here goes.
Look, this is not a bad car, and for the demographic of people that is there, I'm not saying that it is a chick car.
I'm saying it's a chick car. I'm saying it's a chick car.
I'm saying it's a freaking. I'm saying it is a chick car, but I'm not. I don't want to imply that it is. But for whoever you are and whatever type of person.
Stop trying to be politically correct. Let's get on with the car review.
Okay,
Anyway,
look.
go ahead.
Whatever you want this vehicle to do, it does it. It's not a bad daily driver. It's not a bad vehicle to send it through the hills. It's got a good gearbox. It handles very nicely, and overall, it's a good car. Interior is good. Exterior is good. Not much to say. Drives quite good. So I would have to give it an 8. Just the 2 points are like, it's not a vehicle for me. Although I do own a hatch, but it's not a vehicle that I think I would own. But other than that, it's a solid car. Love it. Hyundai has done a good job. And what do you think?
Starting off with pricing, I think for just 60k with all of these options, I think it's perfectly priced.
Hyundai has managed to budget their vehicles in such a way that they appeal it to anyone in the market.
Yeah.
That it's affordable, it has all the tech you would need, and it looks so good.
Yeah.
And I think that's one of the best brands currently out there.
Yeah, honestly, yeah. So, like, pricing wise, 60k bang for buck is what this car is. Performance wise, I actually love the way this car drives. I think it's a proper driver's car, and that's something that Hyundai has done with the i20 as well. Power wise, yes, it's only 280 horsepower, so it's not the quickest car on it. But the thing is, this car on a corner, that's more than power. That's more than enough power that you need on a car.
It just ticks onto the ground like.
Literally, and like around the corners, this car, there's so much grip that you can literally use all of that 280 horsepower if you need to. Now, one thing I will say is the interior, it does feel cheap, but the thing is, for 60 grand, you can't complain. I mean, come on, it's just 60 grand. But interior, it's beautiful. I think the design wise, it's amazing. And talking about the exterior, the car looks timeless. I love those front headlights. I love the overall exterior of the car, and I think it's aggressively styled. Sounds amazing, literally sounds amazing, and when we're driving it pops and bangs. That's perfect. So overall, as a performance car, I would have to give it a 9 out of 10. And the thing is, this car is a bit too small for me because I'm well tall and big, so driving a hatch isn't really my thing. But if you're looking for a hatch, go for this. And if you're a chick, dude, I mean, girl, this is the car for you. Honestly, it's such an amazing car. And even if it's guy drives, I'm not gonna make fun of that, but then it's an amazing car. It's literally one of the best sports cars ever made, and props to Hyundai for that.
Yeah.
And guess that's where we'll leave the video.
Yeah.
Like and subscribe, guys. We'll see you on the next one. Genesis up next, I think. Always before this. We'll see.